These will look into a scenario in which Oman forms an empire. The country located in the eastern southern part of the Middle East, bordered by Yemen, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Nearby to Iran, and around the Persian Gulf with this piece of territory, whatever it's supposed to be. And the first thing they do is not invade the UAE, because that would be weird. They invade Yemen, because Yemen is thrifed with civil war and not in a good place, as they've been in a civil war since 2014, with little intervention to stop it. And as they move into the unpopulated eastern part, they move towards where the Houthis controlled western part is, controlled by terrorists since a while. And they move in, and they take their stronghold of Sanya as they move down and take the city of Aden. And well, now, after taking it over, they need to pacify the Houthi guerrilla campaign. So quickly they pacify that. And that's not very good to pacify a nation. But anyways, that's what empires do. They don't care about anyone. As they get ready to invade the UAE, but there's kind of a coalition forms, with them managing to get Egypt, Djibouti, Eritrea, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, and Iran don't like this expansionism. And quickly Iraq joins in, and Jordan, then Syria, then Lebanon. Okay. Are they going to win? Who knows at this point. Though with Saudi Arabia not ready because it was called in without being ready, why would you join a war if you're not ready to join it? But anyways, they quickly move into the UAE, taking Dubai. Okay. Maybe they did. And then they move in from their new Yemen land, so Oman forms a defensible border against Saudi Arabia. They even do it in the desert, as they decide to take a detour into Djibouti and Eritrea, because, well, these are valuable possessions of the country. With a landing in southern Iran, and a people's rebellion taking place, trying to overthrow Iran's extreme Islam laws. With Iran being out on the count, well, Iraq, Jordan, Syria, and Lebanon decide they need to leave this war. With them going up this coast to Saudi Arabia, which is barely defensible, and quickly to fuel the war, they decide to go into the oil-rich region. Despite the fact Iran is in a massive civil war with its own people, unable to do anything at this point. This is what the rebel group looks like. This is like their controlled areas, with them not having much control around the capital, and lack of control over here, in this part. Which this tends to be where the rebellion is, with them eventually ending up taking over the country. While at this point, Oman decides to occupy the entire coast of it, so they can't join the war to get their territories back easily. And well, now they're moving up here. With Egypt seeing the writing on the table, they decide it's time to leave this war, because they know it'll be a loss. But Saudi Arabia believes they can kick them out. But really, they can't. I guess maybe you can't just kick people out. Maybe. Maybe you can't. Or maybe you can. Who's to say what you can and can't do anymore in this world? It's already falling apart, so who's to say what's right and what's wrong? And so, let's go back to the war. With Saudi Arabia having made a failure with the city of Mecca being taken, the city of Jeddah being taken, and the city of Riyadh getting taken, yeah. You're in such a good spot, Saudi Arabia. Definitely. You can definitely kick them out of your territory. Definitely. With them moving into, like, the resource-rich areas. Well, they're getting ready for a peace treaty. But will Saudi accept it? And so they go to the peace negotiating table. Let's see how the negotiations go. Is it really a negotiation? Plans from Iran's coast. They took Saudi Arabia's coast. They took Qatar over and the UAE over. They also took all of Eritrea and all of Djibouti over. And then they made a puppet out of Saudi Arabia. They decided they would occupy the resource-rich regions, because what empire doesn't? And then they sent an ultimatum to Ethiopia for this land, which Ethiopia gladly accepts. No, not gladly. And now starts the long road of assimilating the nation and also pacifying the nation. Let's see, will this empire stand the test of time or will it just fall apart? Well, it's fall apart because imperialism doesn't work anymore. But anyways, that's just a theory. But anyways, now let's go to the finishing part. And now, for the finishing. That's all for today's video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Wild Mapper out, but not until you subscribe. Bye!